here is where we started. As you can see, it's very subtle, but you can see that almost her left hip looks almost bigger than her right hip, like wider. And then if you see where her midline is with her legs, it is actually a little bit towards the right. That shows us that we're internally rotated on this right side, and that led me to look at her right shoulder, which is also internally rotated. You'll see that it looks lower than her left shoulder. It's actually not lower, it's internally rotated, which drops that down. If we see that, chances are we probably have overactive traps on this side, but I can explain that on a whole different day. So what I do see is that we're rotated, particularly at our hips. And if we have that rotation, we probably have SI joint issues of some type. Okay, like I said, I didn't get a lot of I didn't get a lot of videos during this session, but this is one of the exercises that ended up making it into Ashley's programming that I developed for her based on what we found in this session. Now, one of my favorite exercises when we're working on pelvic independence and trunk independence, I want to do a lot of negative sit-ups. So full trunk control all the way up, one vertebrae at a time, up and down. But that was not going to happen with Ashley. Her trunk to pelvis independence is almost non-existent. Meaning if she turns her trunk, her pelvis is going to rotate with her. If she turns her trunk, her torso, her pelvis is going to come along for the ride. So here I'm trying to create a little bit of independence between her limbs, her legs, and while maintaining trunk control. I started with her legs up so that she would not recruit her psoas in this. This is the picture that I took after our session. So after the targeted strength work, after the targeted mobility, figuring out what was helping and what wasn't. And what we can see is that the midline between her thighs is now actually at the midline of her entire body, which is huge. That means a lot more balance between her SI joints on each side. Then you can also see that her thighs look the same size now. Before, her left side looked bigger because it was externally rotated, so it was more open and more visible to the front. The right side looked smaller, and that's because it was more internally rotated, so it looked more closed off to the front. And then you can also see her right shoulder. It's still a little bit lower than her left, but it is a lot more open and less internally rotated. As her lats learn to not be recruited into pelvis stability, her shoulder will open and raise up even more. So that is a short breakdown of my session with Ashley. If you guys would like to hear about a follow-up or would like to learn a little bit more about what I did, go ahead and comment and let me know.